What can I tell you about a Eclectus or Eckie parrot? Hi guys, I'm Kaylin, the author of The Parrot Bliss Bond. I have 22 species of parrots. I love parrots. They are my bliss. If you love parrots and you want to learn one or two things about parrots and maybe hopefully increase the bliss with your parrot, you're in the right place. Make sure that you set your preferences. If you're used to hanging out, you probably already did, and you probably already subscribed. This here is my white-capped Pyonis because I do not have an Eclectus, although when I first saw an Eclectus parrot, I saw a male and a female, and I was like, oh my God, stunning, phenomenal. I mean, they're incredibly beautiful. They have got to win the prize for the most colorful and sexually dimorphic parrots out of the whole Cetacine family. Where are you going? All right, so let's talk about an Eclectus with what I can tell you. I'm going to start by telling you that I've had an interest in Eclectus parrots. At one point, I thought about getting an Eclectus parrot. I researched and I was like, you know what? I don't think so. And I'll tell you why in a minute. But because Eclectus parrots are so beautiful, and because I think of what I've read about Eclectus parrots and the research I've run into, I kind of became more interested in them. So here's what I can tell you about Eclectus parrots without my own personal experience, based on not only my research, but talking with my experts. Eclectus parrots are Australian or Asiatic. I'll go with Asiatic. Yes, they're Asiatic. Asiatic parrots are typically not very cuddly and bonded parrots. There are always exceptions, but what I mean by that is when we look at the Cetacine family with the 350 to 400 different species of parrots, depending on how they're categorized. Not that when you go to the store, you're ever going to see 100 species, I don't think. And if you do, let me know what store that is. I might have to go visit. But when you look at parrots, the cockatoos and the conures, they tend to be the most cuddly parrots. He had to go to the vet. I'll put a link below to that video. And that Ali's like, what is this on my leg? And his leg's a little injured. But if you want to learn about that, I'll put the video in the comments. I'll link to the video. So on the one end of the extreme, you've got the cockatoos and the conures, cuddly, bonded at the hip, bonded at the cheek. I say at the cheek because they're always like that. Very cuddly, very affectionate. And then you have the Asiatic parrots, which are on the other end of the scale. I think they are the least cuddly, the least affectionate. They fall under the, I don't always even like to be touched. So you may not even get to pet your Eclectus if you have an Eclectus parrot. You may want to teach them to let themselves be pet, and you might be able to do that. You may be going against their nature if you do. Good, bad, right, or wrong, I'll let you decide. If I had an Eclectus, I would not bother trying to pet it. I might try, and if it didn't like it, I don't think I would. I have some parrots that don't, they're like no touchy. That's what I call it, the no touchy. And sometimes Ali's like that, actually, my Pyonis. Sometimes he doesn't want to be touched, and I honor that. Like, you just want to hang out? No problem. No problem, huh, baby? Yeah. Whatever makes them happy. So you really want to know that, I think, before you get an Eclectus parrot, because if you're expecting to bond and cuddle and kind of like love on your Eclectus parrot, chances are pretty good that that's not going to happen. Eclectus parrots have a very unique diet. They are not in the typical category with most parrots where it's going to be pellets, fresh vegetables, fresh water. That doesn't work for an Eclectus parrot. Eclectus parrots cannot have pellets. There are certain kinds of pellets. The food coloring that they use, I believe, in the pellets is like, I understand, to be lethal for the Eclectus parrot. Plus, they actually need a diet, as I understand, very high in fruits and vegetables, Oh, no, no, no kitties, no kitties. I'm in my bedroom where the cats live. And so when I'm in here, a bird can be in here. Otherwise, there's no birds in here. And when I'm with my bird, no kitties, no kitties. I don't mix predators and my parrots, only me. I'm the only one, huh, sweetie? Because I take care of you. Yes, because I take care of you. Yes. I am smitten with my little boy. Okay. So they're very high in like fruits and vegetables. Most parrots, their digestive systems are not evolved to eat ripe fruit. You give them an apple, you give them grapes, those are extremely high in fructose. It's kind of like giving a kid straight sugar. And, you know, I saw one nutritionist on YouTube that said that your liver can't digest fructose. And if our livers can't, like human livers can't, I can't imagine how a parrot's could. But the Eclectus parrot, and as a side note, Lori's as well, lorikeet parrots, they're made for it. So very different diet. And that is the main reason I never got an Eclectus parrot. And you know what? One time I saw a female and, oh, she was gorgeous. Anyway, but I passed her up because, you know, I have 22 species. And when I'm making breakfast and stuff, it's just too easy to be like to make one thing, to work on my vegetables and my beta carotene. I usually like to do sweet potato, or a lot of my parrots like carrots. And I just didn't want to deal with like a totally different diet on top of that. I like to just keep it simple. So that was just like, Plus, the other thing that you need to know about Eclectus parrots is when I've done research online, and online there's so much information that says the sky is falling, and then so much information that says the sky is going upward, and then a lot of information that says the sky is going to the side, and then information that says that the sky is just there. And I don't even know if any of it's right. So that's one thing about me. I will speak with my experts, which includes my avian veterinarian who's been in the business for 40 years. She knows so much. It's cray cray. But, and she's not the only vet I go to because I need backups because she has a life and sometimes she goes out of town or she goes to a conference. And so I do have experts that I speak to, including my mentor who is like world renowned. And online, it'll say that you can give an Eclectus parrot, like it'll say a part of their diet can be eggs. And that is, from what I know from my experts, completely untrue and lethal. So I was like, you know what? Oh my gosh. I think that if I didn't have any other parrots, like I could really specialize in an Eclectus species. And at that point, really meet their needs, really hit their dietary needs, right, Ale? Really make sure that, you know, they just, whatever else they need that they would have. And maybe I would pet my cat in my bedroom when I wanted to cuddle with someone. But that's not the case. You know, I already had a flock, and it's just a different flock, and it's just hard. So, Eclectus parrots just, they're like a different breed. I mean, just, so it's, how could they not be? With 350 to 400 species of parrots, you're going to have some that are just very different. And there's a lot that are very different. So I think Eclectus parrots are phenomenal. I can't speak to the personalities because I've never had one. And I've never really been around one for more than, a few minutes. But if I didn't have parrots, I think that would be really cool. And you'd have to have a male and a female for the colors, right? Because the males are green, the females are red. And then, I've seen some where they're like blue because there are different factors, and I couldn't tell you what gender those are. Okay, now I've lost my parrot, and I feel like you watch to see parrots. I like to see parrots. No offense to people, no offense to me. I don't really like to see people. I like to see the parrots. So there's my Ale. Thank you for joining me in this blissful video. I hope that helps give you some good information before making probably a big decision as to whether or not to get an Eclectus parrot. Because, they're cool, and I think they're a little delicate. So So make sure you do your research. If you do, let me know how it goes. Let me know how their personality is. Thanks for joining me in this blissful video. I will catch you the next time the feathers fly. In the meantime, if your parrot is stressed out, make sure to get Tink's must-have parrot relief, which is CBD in hemp oil. The hemp oil is super beneficial. The CBD can help de-stress. Thanks, and I'll catch you next time.